My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is August 21st, 2026. It is 4:50 a.m. This is video number 2. So I'm just continuing from my list. Alright, first tweet. Every single outlet is using beautiful pictures of Harry and Meghan. They won't admit it, but they are stoked that Harry and Meghan are going back. Again, I said in my last video, I don't think they will be going back because of responsibilities that they have in the US, work and deals that they make with companies and things like that. They have contracts to fulfill. So I sort of went on a little rant on my last recording regarding that. So I don't think they're moving to the UK. And also, which solidified my feeling, is that when Harry did an interview with Anderson Cooper had asked him if he's going back. He didn't hesitate. He said no. The only correction I have to make with that original recording is that Anderson Cooper had asked him if he's going back as a working royal. Okay? So I don't know. And Harry had responded saying no, he's not going back. So I don't know what's going on right now. If it's to work, to go back as a working royal or to do his own thing. And I'm not even sure if what is being said, it is true. Because I still have not come across a statement from the Sussex camp that confirm what is being talked about on social media. Okay? So, still, I'm not agreeing with it. I don't believe it. Okay? But let's get back to the original recording. And then when Harry and Meghan were leaving the UK, they put out a statement that said that they will speak for themselves. I'm paraphrasing, if there will be a statement put out, there will be no sources or whatever. They will let you know themselves or through their spokespeople, whoever they have speaking on their behalf. All right. So I have not come across any statement from their camp. Again, I said in the last video, if you had come across it, please put it in the comment section, because I have not, as I'm making this video. Okay, so I don't believe the narrative that they're having. I think it's the UK, in my humble opinion, because they want to make money, so they just threw a lie out there. That's it. Until Harry and Meghan camp says something, then I would believe it. Every single outlet is using beautiful pictures of Harry and Meghan. They won't admit it, but they are stoked that Harry and Meghan are going back. Inside Harry and Meghan's explosive return to UK and what happens next. Richard Palmer, who has covered the royal for 23 years, explained the mechanics of the return deal that caught everybody off guard. Oh, they're talking about it. Let's see here. This one is killing me because the background pics are dragged too. William and Kate look miserable. Let's listen to that. They're also effing GD OMG. 10 seconds.
Can you imagine, like, the sort of the clamouring last night of like newspaper editors around the country, like, oh, thank God for that. The paper can run for a few more years. That's going to sell out. Can you imagine, like, the sort of the...
What is that? Did Camilla finally get tired of William's incandescent behavior and insolence toward the king? Now the English media are telling us William's temper means he unfit for a king. Kate and Anne want William to calm down. I hope he didn't push the ailing king into a dog food plate. Okay, well, You could pause and read. I really don't feel like reading long things, and especially when I don't believe on the headlines that's going on. Alright, so after this comment here, oh, let me finish with it. Palmer thinks he knows something about their plans from his Harvard where he just learned last night they were coming back. Sure, Jen. Thanks, Sage. Alright, let's move on to the next one. They do not know anything. They're just throwing just general comment out there, and hopefully people believe them. Alright, so there's a TikTok video here. This is me. There's the crying here. I'm taking the late shift. We all acting. Alright, let's see here.
Girls, it's time to lock back in. Our shift is going to begin. We're going to have to start locking in to defend them. They're coming back. That or the king is about to go. It's going to be a circus for the first maybe year and a half, maybe 2. Hopefully after the 2-year mark, the British press will give us some respite and breathing room, and then we will try and be normal. But anyway, I'm checking back in. I'm logging back into my shift. I've got the 9 to 5 shift. Who's taking over at 5? Because chow. Oh, today drained me and it ain't even begun.
Who's taking your shift? Okay. I hardly sleep, so as long as I'm awake, I'll be on shift. Alright, let's pause this. We are back to sleepless night. I guess many of these didn't know. Okay, I guess these are new squaddies. I guess they believing the headlines. Okay. God bless the people bringing humor to this. There's the laugh here. I'll take the graveyard shift. The graveyard shift. Someone needs to do a graveyard why can I pronounce that? Someone needs to do the graveyard shift. And yes, we need humor in this testing time. God, I love you, Claire. Alright, next tweet. Graveyard shift. Because what this TikTok video is saying here, if Harry and Meghan goes back to the UK, we will be consistently doing the pushback again. Alright, like when Harry and Meghan were in the UK, because we were always clearing up the headlines, the BS that they were saying. The squad will be calling out the British media for putting lies, and it doesn't matter where around the world the squaddies are. Let's say while you're sleeping, and let's say you're in the UK while I'm in the US. I'm calling out the headlines. Someone in South Africa is calling it, Nigeria. So this is what she's saying. Who's gonna, take the shift while she's sleeping or something like that. There's always a squaddie who's on online calling out the British media on their lies. Graveyard shit. Okay, this is the next tweet. Meghan wants to be queen. She wants to be queen. Yes, don't you know? I'm rolling. That's the life. Yeah, make it make sense. She's so mentally effed up. I swear to God that only in America and the UK do they give mentally unstable people like Angela Levine, Angela Evil, the microphone to spew their mentally unstable rhetoric. Other countries will have locked her away in a care facility and thrown away the key in the Mariana Trench. Oh my God, 3 minutes. All right, let's listen.
They are horrendous, actually, and unfortunately they've come with a terrible attitude because they're going to make things that are easy for them, see the king now and then twist it. Meghan's going to make her book out of it, and Harry is going to make money out of it. It's just too awful. Meghan's wanted to make her money.
Well, I hope that gives Harry and Meghan refresh their memories. If they're thinking about it, refresh their memories to remember when you were in the UK. This is the BS you were getting every day that almost took your wife away. So I guess this is reason number whatever for Harry and Meghan not to return back. Let's continue.
Money for a long time, so she'll use everything there. She'll have many more things to take care of. I think the Diana thing that they're going to make about her for next year, it will make people feel that this is also what the king has done, because the relationship wasn't very good, and they will carry on doing this and making it more and more worse for the king. I think it's terrible. I think it will make him quite ill. I think it will make Catherine quite ill because Meghan's going to go up to her and pretend that they're friends again. And, oh, hello, hi there. And Meghan and Catherine, I don't know how she will deal with it.
Let me throw at you loads of questions. Do you think, listen to this from Mags. I'm not buying that the king didn't know till Sunday. It might have been his idea, and I really hope William continues to stay in the same way and moves his titles. What a coincidence, they're coming back and Earl Spence has a new book. I've got loads to throw at you. Do you believe the king knew before Sunday, Angela?
No, I don't think he did. I think it was very difficult for them to talk at that time because Camilla was there and she would have had a big row with them. So they left it, and then they probably just told to get somebody to tell him. I mean, what could be more rude than doing that?
But let me just, because there's so much. William and Catherine, right? I'll tell you my theory. I'm convinced that he knows, and does it point to the king being ill? I don't know. I'm convinced that Harry knows that when William becomes king, they are out the door and possibly minus their titles. I think this is typical grifter. Get your feet under the table, try and get a bit of a base before my father dies. Do you agree with me on that? Because you do.
It's ruthless and it's war, and he wants to get all these things ready, so it'll be very difficult for William to actually get rid of them, and I hope he does. But then you've got another terrible fighting within the royal family. Yeah. I think he wants to destroy it. I felt Harry had wanted to destroy this because he wants Meghan to be in there. And if he gets rid of the others, he'll be delighted because Meghan wants to be queen.
She wants to be queen?
Yes, don't you know? Yes. That's what she wants. Harry went in to speak to the late Queen, and he said, surely you want to change this from Catherine, because Meghan is self-treated. She's done all the work herself. Catherine has done absolutely nothing.
Well, I dozed off listening to her, and I'm just gonna cut off. There's like maybe 2 minutes, if not more. Me dozed off. By the way, both need mental health help, but Angela needs to be institutionalized. She's so mentally effed up, and there is clearly no return from it. Angela is so bad, she's reduced to making up words when she can't remember the proper one. It's so sad. Good Lord, it's still alive. All right, next tweet. Oh my God, I can't believe I dozed off. I waste a lot of minutes. Now I want to know the exact amount of time I'm recording. I'm gonna cut it off. There's Nelly here. Well, wake up, Jenny Lynn. Time for work. Listen to this. I'm gonna put a screenshot.
Wake up! Wake up out of your sleep! Wake up!
There's me laughing here. OMG, that effing video, man. It's truly the gift that keeps on giving. Ha ha ha. There's the laugh here. The squad are laughing. All right, next tweet. Oh my God. Listening to her, I just wanted you guys to listen to Angela Levine talking, and I just closed my eyes. Next thing I know, it's probably, who knows. Oh my God, I waste time. Squaddy, I said give it some time. Let the shock wear off. We know our faves are always 5 steps ahead. Save this post. I think there's way more to be announced. Okay, I'm sick of reading almost deranged style posts from squaddies. It's so frustrating. It will be for a while because it's such a shock. Take care of yourself. Take breaks if you need to. Things are going to get crazier till more details become available. I don't believe it. Okay. Oh, I love the Sussex. They said we're going to show we are not hiding anymore and we are not afraid of you. And if we wanted, we will. Okay, if we wanted, we could just come back. And this time, we're already wiser and armed with love and sprinkle flowers. Okay, again, I don't believe it. Let's move on. Next tweet. All right, that's the squad making more fun of that announcement that Harry and Meghan moving back to the UK. All right, I wonder if Harry and Meghan are looking for a house sitter. I'm willing. There's me laughing here. And the contract will be look after the chickens and collecting the eggs. You might be able to negotiate the rate. Good luck. All right, and there's all of that as well. Those animals, they need to be take care of. Next tweet. Alright, so I'm sort of done with some of the squaddies, am I? Yeah, some of the squaddies. There's this here, Holly Robinson Pitt. I've made several videos about her before. Her son, who is a little bit in the spectrum. I think her son is working for the Dodgers. So when she made that posted on Twitter that her son got a job with the Dodgers, she was so happy because the independence of her son. So she's so good. I like her a lot. Alright, so she posted this. TV Guide covered throwback August 20 through 26, 1988. Bite-sized fact, Holly Robinson and Johnny Depp were featured on the cover promoting 21 Jump Street, the hit Fox drama that helped turn Depp into a major teen heartthrob before he deliberately moved toward more, what did it say? Toward more what? Moved toward more unconventional film roles. Alright, so there's that here. She reposted it. Let's go back. Okay, so there's me here. I don't know what happened to the rest of the cast, but the two of you, in my humble opinion, have shown self-respect and integrity to the world despite your growing fame. Johnny Depp went into some issues. He's still shown self-respect and integrity. Your children and partners or husband should be proud of the two of you. OMG memories. You were the reason I watched 21 Jump Street. Okay, so there's a lot of comments here. So let's move on. Next tweet. Alright, let me pause this. Breaking, famous actor Jason Statham display a Palestinian flag on his car. Quote, even spitting in the faces of our so-called artists and singers will be a waste. I'm not sure if this is him, okay, but I'm sharing it with you. If it is him, it is him. But there'll be there's a music, I'm gonna mute it, but if it is him, it is him. It sort of looked like him, but is he in the US? Let me see, where is he living? Living, L-I-V-I-N-G. So this is what I write. What country is actor Jason Statham living now in 2026? Okay, he's living in the UK. Alright, so this is showing, there's the US flag, showing like he's in the US. I don't know if it is him, okay? If it is him, it is him. Maybe he's many actors live multiple places. They there for vacation or business. I don't know. I'm just sharing it with you. Next tweet. Alright, unlike that other article I did not read, this one I'm gonna read. I didn't read it yet and I've already shared it on my community board. Okay, joint statement from the leaders of the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, Netherlands, Norway, and Canada. Let's see here. Alright, the Israel government's decision to publish construction tenders for the E1 settlement project is unacceptable. The international community has long opposed this settlement expansion and has voiced their grave concern privately and publicly. The E1 settlement will undermine the prospect of the two-state solution by driving a wedge through the West Bank and harming the territorial contiguity of the Palestinian territories. They have destroyed so many lives. What takes these people so long? I mean, what took these people, those countries so long to say something? I have another tweet that's from the International Court. After this, the international law is clear that Israel's settlement in the West Bank are illegal. This is the position of the international community reaffirmed by the United Nations Security Council. At a time of grave instability in the West Bank, with unprecedented level of violence by settlers against civilians and serious restriction on the Palestinian economy, this decision is even more concerning. We urge the government of Israel to retract these plans immediately and end its expansion of settlement in the West Bank. As I'm reading this, I'm remembering some videos that I saw coming out of, the Middle East, where they bring busload of Jews, Israelis, and the West Bank. They just move and then just take any part of the land that they want. And there was this woman who was pleading to this Israeli, who literally walked in the woman's house and said, "This is mine." And the woman is saying, "This is my house. You can't do this." Pleading to that guy. I don't know what happened to that woman. I hope she's alive. Oh my God, the thing that went on in that area, unbelievable. All right, let's continue. We urge the government of Israel to retract these plans immediately and end its expansion of settlement in the West Bank. Not only will they take us further from peace, but they further undermine Israel's international standing. Businesses should not consider hiding for construction tenders. They should be aware of legal and reputational consequences. This is the thing I keep on saying for Dominican Republic, whatever the United States or wherever they're getting money from to mistreat Haitian is the reputational consequences. That's the term. I should write it down. Reputational consequences they need to think about in the future. All right. The video that I'm editing, it's taking me too long to finish edit. I have 3 parts to it. So I need to remember this term here, reputational consequences. This is what the Dominican Republic should think about when they're taking money from whoever is paying them to mistreat Haitians. All right, businesses should not consider bidding for construction tenders. They should be aware of legal and reputational consequences, including the risk of involving themselves in serious breaches of international law. We reiterate our commitment to a comprehensive, just, and lasting peace based on the two-state solution. We will continue to act in its interest. We have to thank the international community in terms of the people, not the respected government. The people who still, despite consequences, like this young lady who worked for Burger King or something, the moment she said something, Free Palestine, I think that's what she said, and then the person who was recording her made her lose her job. And many other instances that's happening. The little people who still see what was happening to Palestinians was wrong, they risk a lot of things to stand up for what's right and what's just. Okay, that brings us to this point. And also Iran, who's defending its territory. All right, and what do they call this place? Something of Hamas. And I think they really bombing a lot of Israel off out of their butt, and they're moving, leaving the country. You will do I have? Yeah, I have that video. Let me read what's there and then move on. Israel doesn't have a right to exist at this point. Its blood soaked in a state of moral decay, spiraling, irredeemable. Where will all of this end? Okay. Where is Hank Aaron when you need him? It will take the world economy, BDS, to move anything at this point, but the tentacle of this monster society is so entrenched in the system, I don't know. Every world war funded by Rothschilds never got what they wanted until they built Israel. They all supported and armed Israel. Yep. Especially the UK. Forget the United States. The United States is front and center. They cannot deny. All right. The GOPs, the MAGAs, they're front and center. And they put the entire American people at risk. For taking the blame as well. But those MAGAs, the Trump, I don't know how the Trump family is gonna be living in the future. They're gonna have to change their name. Yeah. Where was I? Every world war funded by Rothschilds never got what they wanted until they built Israel. They all supported and armed Israel. They made this to happen. Netanyahu is not gonna stop. Dr. Frankenstein half-heartedly attempt reign in the monster it has created. Yeah, the UK. Performative statement. I truly believe that one. The performative statement while they continue to take no meaningful action. That's it. All right, let's go to the next tweet. International Court. I'm just gonna share the video. I think it's a video. Let's see. Yeah, it's a video. Almost 2 minutes. Okay, breaking. The International Court of Justice declared the State of Israel illegitimate and ordered its withdrawal from the land and territory of Palestine. All right, so let's see here.
This is a watershed.
But that last tweet that I just read, the statement, is saying that they still want the two-state solution, but the International Court, based on this caption, saying they need to leave. They need to leave the land. The next tweet that I have, you're gonna see they're leaving.
This is a watershed moment for Palestine, for justice and for international law. Israel's occupation has been declared unlawful by the World Court, which has stipulated that it must be terminated completely and as rapidly as possible. The court also found that illegal Israeli occupation violates the UN Charter, human rights and international humanitarian law. The court further unequivocally declared that all Israeli settlements in the occupied Palestinian territory are illegal and must be dismantled, and that all Israeli settlers must be evacuated. The court declared that Israeli illegal occupation not only violates but eviscerates the Palestinian people's right to self-determination in their own land, including the right to their own state. This ruling couldn't be more timely or sorely needed. The Palestinian people have endured unbearable suffering and injustice for decades. This ruling is a vindication of their steadfastness and perseverance. This right must no longer be denied or deferred. The court made clear that the Palestinian people are the only sovereign in the occupied Palestinian territory, including East Jerusalem, and that the international community is under an obligation not just to reaffirm the Palestinian people's right to self-determination, but to see to it that this right is implemented immediately. All states and the UN are now under obligation not to recognize the legality of Israel's presence in the occupied Palestinian territory.
Okay, I would love to hear more. Remember how I usually said they want everything, they're gonna end up with nothing? This is it here. All right, everything that I have said, it's coming true. They want everything, they're gonna end up with nothing. Two countries I have to thank for this. First of all, Iran, who's defending itself, okay? Because this was the last stronghold that they had to take everything, and Iran stood firm and beat them. Second, we have to thank Spain, and to a certain extent, okay? So, and the Palestinian people, oh my God, so many lives have been destroyed. So many lives. And all those people who risk their platform, okay, to stand up for what's right, you need to pat yourself in the back, because the system was against all odds, against all of us. I'm still being punished for many things that I've said on my platform, okay? All those people who stood for what was right, we need to thank, send up prayers for all of you, to all of you, or for all of you, because you saw the morality that was happening, and you stand with integrity to speak for the voiceless. I've said that Palestinians have risked their lives for us, to show us the monster that among us that are doing this type of unthinkable. It's unbelievable. And we need to keep an eye on Haiti. Their next eye is on Haiti. The things that I've been seeing lately, it's unbelievable. Alright, so, there's more video. Oh, this one is too long. I will have to record it by itself. Let me bookmark it. Okay, listen here to the Professor Ralph Wild's plaidoyer. I think this is a French word. Alright, it's too long. My video is already long. I will have to record it by itself and share it with you, and then put screenshot. This one is 39 seconds. Let's see what he is saying here. Took them long enough. Let's listen. Screenshot.
Israel has valid, long-standing historical ties to the land.
No. Legally, no. It doesn't have any legal foundation. In the League of Nations covenant that was part of the Versailles Treaty, the Palestine Mandate was supposed to be provisionally recognized as an independent state. A state for everyone, a single state for all the people on that land, not a state for a particular racial group.
What is or would be Israel's strongest argument before a court of law?
For what? To dominate Palestinians?
Wow. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, oh my God, I don't want to go too dark on this. I'm thinking on top of my head. I think it's the UK who created it, sent them there. Let me see. All right, so this is what I asked Google. How did the British establish Israel? Britain helped create the conditions for Israel by issuing the 1917 Balfour Declaration of governing Palestine under the League of Nations mandate that allowed Jewish immigration and settlement. All right, they started all of this. They're part of the problem. Okay? In my humble opinion, oil, the land. And then there's so many evil minds that came together. They have special interests. Okay, those evil minds come together to create this monster of a thing around the area. This is the land of where Jesus was born. They destroy. Oh my God. My God, my God, my God. Okay, pause this and you could read it. Okay. All right, so there's more. You could pause and read. Okay, but I'm moving on. Where was I? All right, so this is another tweet, my next one. Let's pause this. Okay, breaking. Israel airport has been permanently shut down by the employees. This is a collapsing nation. Mark my word. Yeah, I just read the thing where the international, whatever I was just showing you, they don't recognize Israel. Okay? They don't recognize it. I respond to it and I was like, where are they going? I thought they said this is where they come from. I remember at the beginning of the Russia-Ukraine war, there's this Russian guy who was leaving Russia because war was just starting between Russia and Ukraine, and decided to pack up and move to Israel because he was a Jew living in that area of Russia or Ukraine. And now he has to go back. I don't know what he did with his home. Because at that time, he felt like it was much safer. All right, it's only 6 seconds. I think I already shared. Now they're going to be in our neighborhood and bring their hate, their nonsense over there in your neighborhood. All right. It's not failure. It's a mass Hannibal event being organized for the suckers trying to flee. Zionists can't afford the bills, so they want to Hannibal the masses by any way possible, such as provoking Turkey, Syria, Iran, Lebanon to widen the conflict. They have tried. This is their big mistake. Okay, you could pause and read. Okay, oh my God, I can't show it. The thing is that what they were banking on, in my humble opinion, they were trying for for Iran to attack the United States. But all of the things that they were instigating, Iran didn't flank or didn't take that bait. So they can't wait, because when you look at the United States, all right, you see all the things that happened leading the 2024 election. They were burning the the ballot boxes, the mail-in boxes, because they really wanted Trump to be in office, because they have asked so many former U.S. president to help them, to help their nonsense, to attack Iran. But many of those presidents said no, because Iran is not a threat to the United States. So they ignored them. So whatever deal they had made with Trump, they wanted to make sure Trump is in office. Okay? All those people who's going to taking money from APTS and all of that, they're part of the problem as well. So when you see the 2024 election, you got MAGA type of people like the Trumpists took over the House of Representatives, the Senate, okay, the legislative branch of the government, full of MAGAs. And then you have the presidency, the executive, MAGAs, which is Trump, and the judicial is full of MAGAs. So this was their chance. to get what they want from the United States because they had their people in. So when they realized all the instigating of Iran, and Iran did not attack at all, they were doing a lot to attack for Iran to start. This is the key point here, for Iran to start to attack the United States. And if Iran had done that, this is where everything will be over for the rest of the world. Iran did not flinch. So what they did, they couldn't wait. They, meaning Israel, so they decided to attack first. And now Iran retaliate. Hey, you attack me, I had to protect my sovereignties, my land. And then Trump went in and bombed the school of those kids. And now Iran went and said, no, you can't do that. And went on and destroyed bases. This is the key point as well. Many bases where US usually go and stop and do their cognitive, however military things work, because they cannot stay in the air forever, okay? Their bases in many of those countries in the Middle East, okay, all of this, well, they spend so much money for this. It's unbelievable. Starve and ridicule the American people, all right, to create all those military bases for one country. Well, not just one country. Iraq, they got rid of Iraq. It was strong, but they get rid of it. And then the last strong country in the Middle East, who's not on their side, okay, was Iran. So all the other countries were circling around Iran, but Iran did not take their bait. So once the United States attacked, made those children that the United States attacked and killed, the school children, may they rest in peace, because their sacrifices is not need to be remembered, and may their soul rest in peace, because they're saving the world with what the United States just did here to them. Because this is what led Iran to attack all those bases, okay, to say, the United States is not gonna come and start war with us. You already took our kids away. All right. Many people will say, well, there's the regime is doing this to the people. It's not our problem. It's the people's problem. Okay. There's that video I had where this guy about Haiti is saying that they were gonna nuke Haiti. Did Haiti bother anybody? No. These people are freaking monsters. They're crazy. All right. So it's up to the people of those countries to deal with that. And then if I don't know how these things work. All right. We could say so many things about many different countries, that they're doing this, they're doing that. I understand. But the key thing here with what other countries have done to Iran, Iran had to protect itself. There are many different groups of people, nations that are living in Iran. They're living just fine. Okay, they have the rule of law. They have their whatever. They're part of, I don't know, similar to a constitution. I'm not saying whatever they have that everybody had to abide by. That's their issues. You go over there, you have to respect that. You don't like it, don't go there. All right. The same thing can be said for each and every countries around the world, the United States as well. But what the United States did, the MAGAs, the Republican, Israel have done, it's uncalled for. And like I was saying, even destroy the bases of the United States wherever they are around the Middle East, and which pretty much cripple the United States. And the thing that they were planning didn't work. And there have been a lot of officials who spoke out. They like, no, I'm not going to carry out this act for Trump. Okay? So their plan messed up. All right? So that's that. What's my last one? I think I have one more, and that will be it. After listening to that video I doze off. I don't know how many minutes is wasted. All right, so there's this here. News. Mayor Mandani is expanding New York City, what CHA stand for. New York City Housing Authority and your neighborhood, giving public housing residents direct access to city leaders and help with repairs, mold, elevators, and more. The first forum generated follows up and 150 plus resident issues. Your voice should move government. All right, so there's a link here. It's 1 minute and 1 second. All right. Again, this is another thing. New York is showing what can be done if we stop taking money for APAC.
I better
Connecting with the people. That's the thing. He didn't just get in office and forget the people. He goes in the neighborhood, talk to the people. We're just seeing fit.
I met Brian. It's a non-profit organization.
Yes.
All right, so that's that. New York City most serious underfunding. All right, there's all of this. Okay, this is what happened when you work for the people and not your selfish greed. Things get taken care of and problem get solved. Publicly stunt that has done absolutely nothing. Well, the people who elect them are happy. Okay, the city of New York is happy of their mayor. So who am I, who's not living in New York anymore, or anybody who's either outside of the country or in other states, or even in part of New York but not in New York City? He is the mayor of New York City. That's the tri-boroughs: Bronx, Bronx, Staten Island, Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Queens. All right, these three, I'm saying three, those 5 boroughs are happy of him. All right, anybody else who's saying that BS is none of your business. They elect him, they love him. Guess what? Next election, they're gonna vote for him again, I'm pretty sure. So who am I to say anything against him, against the people of New York who voted for him? Okay, I've said it before and I'll say it again. We hired these people to the office they now hold. They work for us. The people who voted for them, when did we forget that? Mandani understand the assignment. All right, so there's that. Now all you need is some skilled construction workers to get it done. Good luck. There's plenty of construction workers and things like that. Okay, so that is it. Please take a moment. May God protect them, and may all other the rest of the country see what's happening in New York, and other people who's running for office similar to Mandani do their job just like that. Like I've always said, once you take care of the people, you should not have any problem. Okay, this is the thing that the UK, let's say the monarchy, all right, take care of the people, you will not have any problem. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching.
Tanaka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.